By your tall, tall trees and all the waters and the seas, I'm a fool for you. What's going on, everybody? This is Shane Thomas, ready to show you another country classic on the acoustic guitar. This time, this video, we are going to learn Tall, Tall Trees by Alan Jackson. Oh my goodness, what a fun song. I can't wait to show it to you. It's just such a joy to play and makes you feel good. That's one good thing. If you're feeling down or you're bored or something, you play a song like this instantly. Well, not instantly, about after 2 minutes and 30 seconds or thereabouts, you'll feel better, I guarantee you. Very simple song, and we just got 3 chords to learn, and you'll be playing this in no time. Before we do, though, if you want to learn how to play the acoustic guitar, if you want to learn a bunch of country songs, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and notification bell so you can get all the guitar tutorials as soon as I publish them. And before you know it, you're going to be playing the songs that you want to learn on the acoustic guitar. Now, this song, Tall, Tall Trees, was actually written by Roger Miller and George Jones. I didn't even know George Jones wrote songs. Of course, I know he's one of the greatest country singers of all time, but I didn't realize he wrote songs. But he is listed as a co-writer along with Roger Miller to this song, Tall, Tall Trees. It actually was on George Jones's album back in 1958. Roger Miller had put it on one of his albums around 1970, but the version we're going to play and learn today is the version that I'm familiar with, and probably you all are too, most familiar with, and that is Alan Jackson. It came out in 1995. This is the CD that I got. It's the greatest hits album. So if you don't have this one, I mean, every song, I wore this out, still wear it out. And Tall, Tall Trees was on this greatest hits compilation by Alan Jackson. Came out in 1995, went to #1 for Alan Jackson. And it's just a fun song to play. And I'm ready to get with it. But yeah, you got 3 country legends right there. George Jones, one of the greatest singers. Roger Miller, one of the greatest songwriters, country music. And Alan Jackson, certainly a good songwriter and a heck of a singer. These past few decades, I guess, right? Yeah. I'm trying to do the math, but yeah, Alan's been around since the late 80s, so absolutely a few decades now. So let's get going. And if you have any requests, put them in the comments section below, and I'll be sure to make a video showing you how to play the songs that you want to hear. It's in the key of G. So G is 3rd fret of the 6th string. Press down with the finger there. Your 5th string, 2nd fret. Play the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string open. And press down on the 1st string, 3rd fret. That's a G, and that's a G chord. Strum all those chords. So we're going to learn the intro first. So G, C. C is 1st finger on that 1st fret, 2nd string. Skip a string, skip that 3rd string, and put your middle finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret. Then put that ring finger right there on the 3rd fret, 5th string, on that C root note. Strum down, 5th string on down. So far we got G, C. Now let's learn one more chord, and that's all the chords that we have to learn for this song, is D. D is middle finger right there on the 2nd fret, 1st string. Skip a string. Then on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, press down with that 1st finger. Put that ring finger right there in between those on the 3rd fret, 2nd string. Strum down, 4th string. It's kind of interesting. The G, you strum all 6 strings. The C, you strum all 5th string on down. And the D, strum with the 4th string on down. So it's almost like you're minusing chords. But this is just for the intro. All right, so here's the intro. G, C, D, G. And you're going going to stay right there on G, okay? So when we start singing these verses and choruses, we're going to start right there with the G. So again, let's recap intro real quick. G. Now strumming pattern, I like to just go down, up, down, da, 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 down, da, 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 down, up, D, down, G. Keep that going. See that rhythm right there? Down, up, down, up, down. Now, here's the first verse. If you want to drive a big limousine, so G to D. I buy the longest one you ever seen to G. Now, I buy you tall, tall trees and all the waters in the seas. So go to C, right there. I'm a fool, 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 fool for you. Let's do it in real time. That way I won't lose my place. Get those chord changes. All right, get that rhythm going. Let's do it again. If you wanted to have a big limousine, I'll buy the longest one you ever seen, G. I'll buy you tall, tall trees and let's go to sea. I'm a fool, fool, D for you. There you go. If you want a great big mansion, D, I'll give it my utmost attention, D. Buy you tall, tall trees and all the waters in the sea, fool to D for you. There you go. So there we go. The first little verse section there is basically G, D, back to G, C, and then D to G. And just check out the chord diagrams as I'm playing along. That way it'll show you where to change the chords and what chords to change to. All right. So since we got those the first little verse part is if you want to drive a big limousine, about the longest one you ever seen. That section. Then you just repeat the chords, but you just have new words about the mansion. And then they both end the same. I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. Now, here is the pre-chorus. I'm a fool, or whatever section is you want to call this. I'm a fool. Whoa, for you. That part, right? So, C, I'm a fool, to G, over you. It's gonna take a while, but I'll prove it's true. That's a D. So C, I'm a fool, to G, over you. It's gonna take a while, but I'll prove it's true. D. If it's love you want, then I got it. Whoop. So G, if it's love you want, then I got it. D, if it's money you want, stay on me, then I'll get it. I'll buy you tall, tall trees and all the water, see. Fool, fool, fool for you. And see how we're just using the same three chords, but in different ways. You see that all the time in country music. So you don't need many chords, but if you can move them, around in different patterns and different orders, you can make all kinds of songs with it, which is very, very cool. It's like being a painter or something with use the same colors, but you can use them in different ways, in different combinations. So it's very, very, very cool. All right. So where we just ended was, if you want to call it the chorus or whatever you want to call it. Well, if it's loving you want, then I got it. D. If it's money you want, then I'll get it. So that's just G and D. I buy you tall, tall trees and all the water, C. Fool, fool, fool for you. And if you're having trouble memorizing the song or something, when it says buy you tall, tall trees and all the waters in the seas, the word seas as it pertains to a body of water, you need to be on the chord C right there. That's a good way to kind of remember. I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. So there we go. So now we got the intro, we got the first verse, which is the limousine section, which is the mansion section. We got the I'm a fool over you, that section. And then if it's loving you want, then I got it. If it's money you want, then I'll get it. We got that section. And now we just have a little instrumental. You're just just doing G, D, G, D, D, C, D, G. Yeah. If you're gonna take a trip across the ocean deep, I'll travel anywhere, you got the notion. Back to G, I'll buy you tall, tall trees and all the waters and the seas. I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. Repeat that mansion part right here. If you want a great big mansion to me, I give it my utmost attention. I'll buy you tall, tall trees and all the waters and the seas. I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. Repeat that little pre-chorus again. I'm a fool. C. Oh, well, you back to D. It's gonna take a while, but I'll prove it's true. Right there on D. Well, if it's loving you want, then I got it. If it's money you want, then I'll get it. Back to D. Back to tall, tall trees and all the back to C. I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. Then he kind of does this little at the very end. Just kind of does this little section. Yeah, I'm a fool, fool, fool for you. And then meanwhile, you got all throughout the song, you got this nice fiddle, you got this accordion. It's just a super fun song. And you know, there's these little, and this is so characteristic of a wonderful songwriter like Roger Miller. I mean, rhyming mansion with attention. But it works. So little stuff like that, or the part where it's if it's love you want, then I got it. But if it's money you want, then I'll get it. I mean, to me, as a songwriter, as a musician, I just have so much respect. I think that's just so clever, and that's one of the things that makes this song work. So let's recap real quick. All you got to do is play the G, C, D. Those are the three chords that you need. The strumming pattern, and you just do those in different orders. Strumming pattern to me is just down, up, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. Then you got the verse, which is basically G, D, G. I buy you tall, tall trees and all the C. I'm back to D. Then another section, just to recap. I know y'all got this, but just to review and recap. I'm a fool, C, G, over you. It's gonna take a while, but I'll prove it's true. Well, if it's loving you want, then G's. So see how I slow it down? It kind of throws me off. I'm used to just playing it and not even thinking about it. That might be a good lesson for everybody. Don't think too much. Just feel it. Let it come out. Eventually, your hands will know where to go if you play long enough. So there we go. C or G, C, and D. Those are your three chords. Strumming pattern up and down. Just have a couple verses. Have a couple pre-choruses and a chorus, if you like to call those sections chorus. Well, you got a nice little instrumental, fun, upbeat, up-tempo instrumental. And then you got a little outro section with, hey, I'm a fool, 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 fool. That's a little section. And that's it. That's how you play Tall, Tall Trees by Alan Jackson, written by Roger Miller, the great George Jones, the great Roger Miller, and the great George Jones. Who knew? And if you don't have this greatest hits from Alan Jackson, it brings back a lot of memories. When I got it, I played it, wore it out, and just love it. And of course, since 1995, when this song came out and that greatest hits came out, Alan Jackson has just gave us so many more memorable songs, which I'll be showing y'all how to play. All right, if you like this video, go ahead and hit that like button. If you hadn't already, appreciate it. Hit that subscribe button and then hit that notification bell to get all these latest updates and guitar tutorials when I publish them. And you all keep humming and strumming, playing these fun songs, get you in a better mood. I defy anybody that's around you when you're playing and singing this song not to be bringing a smile to your face. Shane Thomas.